Good afternoon
Hello.
Good evening.
and welcome.
Yes.
Hello, good evening and welcome.
Let us pray. Well, that's out of the way.
Really? Do you really
Right then.
want to burst into flames?
Smitten
Live
by the almighty smiter. It's Monday.
It is. Well done for noticing.
It's Kerry Ann. Just come in
Hey, carry on.
Hey!
with her mum, run upstairs to go in the loo, shouting Dad's on AliExpress.
She ran upstairs with her mum to go in the loo.
Yeah, that's
No,
what I was
she's been
thinking.
out shopping with her mum. They
Right.
just walked in as we went live, and she's just run upstairs, run past the man cave door, shouting Dad's on AliExpress, and has now gone into the loo.
And now we're going to hear a huge fart live on it.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah. So
we don't call it the Thunderbox for nothing. Anyway,
how have you two been this weekend?
I'm all right.
Well, it's still live. That's a good thing.
I don't know. Ask him.
Is it finished yet?
No!
Come on camera and
No,
say
it's
that.
not.
He's in the room. Bye.
Oh,
Hmm.
she's gone again. She's on a bit of a high at the moment, bless her.
Oh, nice.
But, yes. No, I haven't done very much since. In fact, I haven't done anything since Friday.
Hmm.
This is my first time at the bench since Friday afternoon.
Just checking. There's nothing that's going to get knocked off by that blind, is there? Because it keeps flapping up in the air behind you.
No, all it can hit is the top of my spray booth.
It's all right. She didn't want a cup of coffee or something go flying across the room.
Oh, cool. No, there's no coffee in here today. Today I am drinking lemonade.
That cool, refreshing drink. Oh, I've got an empty cup.
So, what about you, John? Have you done much this
Um,
weekend, modelling-wise?
Yeah, so I've had a forehead buff, so I'm shiny now. No, actually, that's not true. I bought a new light, so I'm just trying that out. So if I look like I have more white hair than usual, it's because I have more white hair than usual. Had the car serviced today. Well, we had it serviced a month ago, and they said, "Oh, you need, rear brake pads, brake fluid, blah blah." So I just did the other stuff today. And that's about it. Yeah, I've done a couple of things on the bench, but nothing to really sort of crow about. Look, I'll bring you up to speed with what I have done. So I'll change the camera. I'll show what I'm going to do.
Don't
Bit of a
you
ninja.
know what'll happen?
So I'm going to be playing with this one. This is the the ICM 1/35th scale Berg Panzer T60,
Sorry.
and it's not finished yet. Get on with it.
Oh.
So I've started putting the tracks on, but then I'm thinking, well, I don't know. Is that the way tank modelers do it? So I've made a couple of small sections of track, but they're individual bits. So I'm just going to probably continue with that. So there's that. And also, the Spitfire, the canopy's now on. Before I paint it up further, there's a gap there's a hole under the canopy there I need to fill, and blah, 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 blah. A couple other little things, and then be ready for primer. So
Would it be easy to skim the whole thing with filler and just sand it down?
Yeah, probably. And the barrels have got their first coat of wood color with these ones. Those
Oil
sort
paint.
of things. Well, no, just acrylic for the first time,
Right.
and oil will go on top of that. So
Cool.
there's that. And I'm not sure. I think I maybe showed the crane. I can't remember if that was last week or not. But that's on the back of the tank. Yeah, la. So I'll just be dabbling with those. In fact, I'll go back to the other camera until we do the techie bit and all sort of change down.
Well, Gary, do you want to do a bit?
I'm going to say, what have you been doing, Mikey?
Me?
Oh, it's not all about us, you know.
What have I? Well, nothing modeling wise, but I've spent the weekend on a video. Window.
Yeah.
So I've done the first 3 minutes,
Probably
the intro and the history.
took about 3 hours to do.
Oh, it took a lot longer than that. Yeah, done the first 3 minutes. So that's the intro and like the first chapter of the video.
Okay. And I believe this morning you were playing with your G-string.
I was playing guitar. Yeah.
Plucking that G-string.
There's always one, and it's always Gary.
Yes, well.
My sound all right, by the way? There you go.
Sounds very good. Very loud now.
Oh, that's because I turned the microphone around the right way.
Suddenly, as you were saying, is my sound all right? You went, is my sound all right?
Well, you know.
All right.
Yes. Yeah.
Gary, you need to do your
Friends Models for Heroes
Yeah.
is an IPMS registered club who support the work carried out by Models for Heroes, which is a fantastic charitable organisation run by Mr. Malcolm Childs, who provide model kits, accessories, face-to-face modelling sessions, online modelling sessions to members of the armed forces in the UK, British veterans, and also Australian veterans. All veterans on Zoom. You can join us, but predominantly it's a British charity, and the emergency services. We charge £12 a year membership. The funds go towards us attending shows where we have to pay to be there, and for promotional equipment, such as flyers and banners and things like that. £12 a year. Under 18s, it's totally free. Any money left in the kitty at the end of the year goes straight to Models for Heroes. Anything we raise at these shows goes straight to Models for Heroes. We have an active Discord server where someone's there nearly all the time. It's a bit quiet at the moment, but it's the summer months. Is in the UK, but again, any member of Friends of Models of Heroes, be you in Britain, Australia, America, Timbuktu, anywhere like that, you can join and chat and model on live online with people. Yeah, that's about it. So back to the studio.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Gary. So whilst you two do your techie bits, I'll go through the chat.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is
Fred.
Modman ready? If Modman is ready, thank you. We shall begin. So
Hooray.
Duke says, "Good day, you beautiful people."
Good day, Duke.
Hello, Duke.
I say, "Good day, Duke."
How the devil are you?
Tish says, "Hello, afternoon." Making up as I go along now. John says, "Dot."
Yeah, about that. I literally played something on the keyboard, didn't realise I posted something, but yes, I said dot.
Jim says, "Good morning to all."
Morning,
Check
Jim.
the camera over. Well, I think I will. There you go. So press the right one.
Oh, you're frozen. Oh, there you are. That's better.
There you go. Right. Jim says, "Good morning, Modmin." I'm sure Modmin says hi. Jim says, "Good morning to our three gracious hosts." Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, kind sir.
Oops, wrong button. Jim says, "Duke, good evening to you in Australia." Stuart says, "Hi all." Hello, Stuart.
Hey up, Stuart.
Welcome back. Duke says, "How are your legs after your birthday bike ride, Jim?" Jim says, "Good morning, Stuart." And Sonic says, "Hi guys."
Hiya.
Yeah. Duke says, "Good day, Stuart." Jim says, "Duke, pretty good, mate. Covered 35 miles on Saturday." Wow. That's ridiculous. I don't know why you put yourself through it. Tiffany says, morning, Jim and Duke. Duke says, good day, Tiff. Tiff says, hey, Sonic. Tiff. Duke says, good day, DJ. Jim says, DJ Sonic, good morning, Sonic. Sonic says, Chalky in yet? Tiff says, Sonic, not normally on a Monday as he has his daughter. Duke says, make up for John's shiny forehead. Tiff says, sometimes he pops in. Sonic says, true, just stressed to hell and needs to talk to him. Oh, bless you, Stuart. Bless you, dude. Jim says, I prefer my Berg Panzer cooked medium rare.
No. Burn it.
Sonic says, Tiff says, Sonic, I know he said he'd chat to you tonight on PS4, though, so you'll have to make do with us to distract you. Yeah. If we're not good enough, I don't know what is. Sonic says, my head's just all over the place, so I'm not exactly with it just now.
Fair enough, buddy.
Chin up, dude. You'll be all right. Tiff says, I know, sending you lots of big hugs. Aw. Let's send him a big group hug. Everyone type hug in the chat for Sonic. Type hug for Sonic. There you go.
Now you're going to read it. You have to read them all.
Yeah. I don't mind. Everyone say hug for Sonic. Squarish is in. He says, good afternoon, all. Hello, James. Duke says, good day, Squarish. Jim says, Squarish, good morning to you.
Morning.
Duke says, Mikey. Duke says, Mikey, are you keeping your ring clean? Oh, dear.
Goes back to a conversation we were having not 10 minutes ago.
Yes, I'm too young for that. 420. Good morning. Much respect to everyone. Hello, 420. Welcome to the chat.
Morning, 420.
I've seen you
Welcome.
here before.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
Feel free
madhouse.
to natter with everyone. A good little bunch.
Don't let us put
Jim
you off
says,
by our quickness.
Jim says, pardon me, it's afternoon in the UK, late evening in Ausland. It is indeed. The better looking Marley's in. He says, so it's not finished yet, John. Such a disappointment.
And hello to you in a different state again today.
That lad gets around a bit.
What is
He's
he?
in Queensland now.
Is he a gas or a solid this time?
Yeah. No, he's,
Jim says, good evening, Paul. And Jim says, at 420 vet, hello to you and welcome. Yes, welcome. It's always good to have new people come in.
Yeah.
Tiff says, hug for Sonic. Stuart says, hug.
Told you you'd have to read them all.
Better looking Marley says, hug. Duke says, big Aussie hug for Sonic. Jim says, big hug for Sonic. We're all backing you up, mate. Chin up, laddie. Our Australian correspondent says, hug for Sonic. James says, hug. Duke says, good day, 420 vet. And Sonic says, thanks, guys. Wow, that was an epic chat list to go through.
It was.
40 minutes in, I haven't even got started yet.
I said hug, not hug.
I typed hug initially and then had to change it to hug.
Don't, you'll make me laugh. Oh, dear. I was innocent until I came on here with you two.
I don't believe a bloody word.
I was.
You were innocent until you joined the army.
That's right.
Yeah, I lost my innocence long before then, mate.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Ow.
He walked into the party like he was walking onto a yacht.
Oh. Yes. See, that's another earworm.
Oh dear! Don't
It's better than
start
the
with
other
them.
one you had.
I've still got it. I'm doing everything I can not to.
If you sing, Modders is going to mute you if you start singing.
I just said I've got an earworm. I'm trying not to do anything about it.
I may have to
Anyway.
beat you.
Oh, nice.
I wonder if my new marker pens have got colours in for doing a PR.
Now, I watched someone do a live demo with those marker pens on Saturday evening.
They're good, aren't
Mr. Matt Bull from PM Models on the Flory Models site, and I was quite amazed at how good they were.
Yes. Tiff, yes, you can put the link up, mate, if you want. So, Uncle Growl.
This isn't, unfortunately, me working on these individual track links. It's not great television, but I'm gonna.
No, there's the rest of it.
No, it's not, is it? Let's be frank. Okay,
For yourself,
I'll be
old boy.
I'd rather be George. I don't particularly want to be Frank. Sonic's Frank.
Right.
Well, I am.
Sonic's a hedgehog. What the hell colour is that one? RLM 66. Okay.
RLM 66. Now that's a colour.
Sure is. Well,
Yeah, what colour is it though? I'm colourblind.
I've no idea.
RLM66, it's like a very dark grey.
I could have hazarded a guess at that.
Well,
actually.
that sounds like the sort of thing I need.
So it's an interior. Let me find one for you.
Or I could just do dark aluminium, actually. Oh.
There's no point finding one for you because you won't be able to tell the colour.
Right, great. What's our XF61? Is that green?
Oof.
On tomato colour.
XF61.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm using that at the moment. Oh, XF65. I haven't got XF61. I've got XF60. That's desert yellow, though.
That's not helpful.
Oh, it's dark green.
I don't think the Piat's. I'm pretty sure that it's dark
Bring
green,
up
is
the
it?
Piat!
XF61 is the dark green.
Super.
Name
Thank
the
you, John.
You might know it as red.
Yeah, you might.
Let's all mock the afflicted.
Yeah, I'm laughing out loud because
You
it's
spend
funny.
2 hours every blooming session we do on here mocking the afflicted, namely me.
No, mocking the elderly. There's a difference.
66.
I find age to be an affliction. Anyway,
is...
Jim's my age now, so be careful what you say, laddie.
Yeah. We've got 3 spaces
Incidentally,
available.
Mikey.
If anyone wants to come and do a bit of modelling, you are more than welcome. Ooh, Sonic's come up.
So when we say RLM 66, can you remember me
Guys, Sonic.
mentioning what RLM stood for? What is an acronym for?
It's German for Reich.
Really light mauve.
It's a German air ministry, the Reichsluftfahrtministerium.
There you go. What he said.
Excellent. John might do.
And I can't see it. Have glass. Sky blue.
John, I need to look at a picture of Piat.
Watch
Right,
a bridge
yeah.
too far.
Ministry.
You watched a bridge too far?
Watch a bridge too far. There's a classic line in it. Bring up the Piat.
So we've got some more chat. Jim says, let's get some new faces on here today. Come on, folks. You don't want to see my mug again, do you? Bless him.
Only if it's filled with coffee.
Yeah. If you haven't been on before and you want to come on, feel free. Just come up and do some modelling with us or something. Jim says, get your kicks at RLM 66. All right, so the entire... Yeah, okay.
Very good.
Smear dark green is F51. Excellent. So apparently the inside of the Piat was the same colour as the outside. Timothy Evans is in. Of all the colours, it's certainly one.
Timmy!
That's very true.
Hello, godson.
Timmy!
Oh, no, I'm having a go. The afflicted again, aren't I? Well, it's easy to take the piss out of Tim. He's a most excellent dude.
That was probably the worst thing South Park could have done for people called Timmy.
Yeah, well, you know.
Never watched an episode of South Park.
It is funny.
How have you not watched South Park?
Tiff
I
did
know you're
not
old,
say
but
that.
come on.
Well, that's part of the reason. It's a cartoon, and I'm in my early 60s.
Yes, but it came out when you were in your 40s.
Like I don't watch The Simpsons.
It's also an adult cartoon. It's not a child's cartoon.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
It's been established
Tiff
that
says,
Gary
come
is
join
old.
us on the panel, guys. We have 3 spaces available. We do. Well, we have 2 spaces and a chair. Stuart says, without the elder end of the model industry, we'll be in dire straits. Yes.
Yes, I'm doing my bit for the...
Because as we realised the other day when we did the quiz, the average age of scale modelers is 50 years old. Jim says, question, Mikey, will you mock yourself when you reach the age of 60? Most likely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's even if I make it that far, to be fair. I'm not confident on that. Jim says, Reichleft Ministry.
Very good.
Yes.
Correct, Jim, as always.
Duke says, I'm the same age as Gary too.
Good man.
Yeah, but you're not actually Gary. So I wouldn't take the piss out of you. It's just because it's Gary. And he knows I don't mean it. Jim says, Duke, how's that, mate? Us all the blokes have to stick together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do. Paul says, hi, Timbo. And Jim says, Gary, what kit maker and what particular vehicle?
Hey?
Yeah, what are you building, Gary?
At the moment, I will show you.
He's
I'm
building
building
222.
Yes. Lieutenant Gruber's little tank, for anybody who's watched LOLO. It is, and I know you won't be able to see
Yes, we still need to have some film notes.
I shall change camera so you can see better. Please excuse my minion glasses. It is this one. It is the Hobby Boss SD KFZ 222, one of them things, Panzer Kampfwagen. So, and I'm doing it.
I've got that exact kit.
That scheme representing one in Tunis in 42, I think, something like that. And yeah, very nice. But I did get a new kit on Saturday. The model officer, Mr. James Skiffins, sent me my inspiration box, and it was an ICM kit, an ICM 135th Model T 1917 ambulance with US medical personnel, one that Mikey has built.
It's a very nice kit.
And with it, I've got some diorama making materials. And so with that and the use of my 3D printer, I'm coming up with a plan for a diorama for it, which may be, having spoken to Mikey earlier today, might just be a field hospital. And knowing what Mikey did with his, I'm desperately trying not to do the same thing.
Okay.
I mean, if you include any elements, I'd consider it being flattering.
We'll see. We'll see how we go with it anyway. So.
I can't think of the word. I wouldn't take offence if you did.
Good, because the dog will get out
I'm
if
quite
you do.
flattered. Stuart says I'm 64 on the 2nd of September.
Good man.
There you go, Gary. You're not the oldest. Not physically, anyway.
With
Jim
age
says, Stuart,
comes
hurrah!
wisdom.
Happy birthday in advance.
With age comes wisdom.
Oh, some
so what's your
cases
excuse?
anyway.
G'day, Sonic.
Right,
Good to see
come
you
on.
again.
Come on. Oh, gotta go on the keyboard, you bugger. Come on.
Stuart says, thank you, Jim.
Yeah, many happy returns for the
Oh,
2nd of
He
September,
also
did you
says-
say?
Yep.
It's the day after my granddaughter's 19th.
Stuart
birthday.
says, we'll probably be here for it because it's a Monday.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So you're going to spend your birthday with us, are you, Stuart?
God.
Yeah.
He says,
We'll have to make
not
sure we have some cake. Jim says, question, Gary, is one of the ambulance crew Ernest Hemingway?
Ooh, now let's have a look.
I doubt it because they're
I
American.
doubt. Going back, let me change my camera again. I don't think. I mean, I know Ernest Hemingway was known to be a bit wild, but I don't think that's Ernest Hemingway. But that gentleman there. Doesn't look like Ernest Hemingway.
Did you know that the guy who started the Imperial War Graves Commission tried to join up, and he was too old to join up, so he ended up going with an ambulance crew, and then he ended up in charge of burials and things, and sort of escalated, and he got made into a general, and an honorary general, or something like an honorary colonel, and he ended up starting up the Imperial War Graves Commission.
that is interesting.
So he started as an ambulance driver.
And what a fantastic job they do.
Yeah. Stuart says, why not? It'd just be sat here doing a bit of modelling anyway.
Well,
we'll be honoured
we can have virtual
to have
cake.
you with us.
Yeah.
I think it'll be the first time we've had someone have a birthday on one of the lives as well.
God, it's my worst nightmare.
It's all right, my birthday's not till next year. And neither is Gary's,
That's right.
if he lives that long.
Oh, thank you.
Even your mum's planning a funeral.
Even my mum's planning my funeral, yeah. Bless her. She's coming to see me tomorrow.
Tiff says, 2 spaces left, guys. Tiff says, 2 spaces left, guys. Come on up to the round table. Your dad's what?
My stepdad is now driving again after his hip replacement. So I'm expecting him to wheel spin into the road tomorrow.
Yeah, and probably drive through your front window.
No.
But
It's
if
time
anyone
to
wants to come up,
piss
do
Paul
feel
Marley
free.
off. I got a new stash acquisition, or as I call it, a stash acquisition yesterday, Mr. Marley. This is time that you would throw your cup of tea all over the computer screen. You ready for this?
Ooh, that's nice.
Oh, crikey. Oh, it's a bit shiny. Yeah.
Oh, Steve's nemesis.
Yes. That's, a 3-ton British lorry.
I like the look of
London General Omnibus Company, B-type.
Ah, hence the text I got off Mikey.
Oh.
But I'll keep that one under me hat.
Which
I
is
think
like,
that's gonna be a
what
different
what are you
vehicle, isn't
wearing? No. No. I want to
Yeah.
do a cold
What are
one.
you wearing, big boy?
Oh,
Um,
flat.
There's a guy, a modeler on YouTube called Jeff Donahue. He did that one, and he put actual Welsh coal on the back of it. Looks absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, I nearly went then.
Duke said, "Sorry guys, but I'm working tonight. I'm also working on my Meg Mark."
Oh, you
Hey?
are.
Oh.
Very good.
Duke says, "Sorry guys, but I'm working tonight. I'm also working on my Meng Mark 5. Don't tell the boss." Stuart, what the hell are you doing?
It's just a model thing that I built a while ago. It's a little bit higgledy-piggledy because it's been on transport. I've just brought it to the house to get most of my model railway stuff here. But I'll try and see and get the camera. Right, that's a paper here.
It's looking brilliant so far.
It's a subway section that I built.
Wow.
I've
Yeah. Now I see it.
the steps.
That makes sense.
I took like a bridge, but I've took parts off it and I've like staircase down from the road level down into the subway section.
That's cool.
Paper for pencil. This is in the way here. What is this?
Are you going to sit there with little 176 scale people pretending they're walking around?
Yeah, exactly. The idea is to get with this paper. I want to try and get like little posters and stuff made up and some LED lights under here.
Nice.
Cool.
But yeah, it's enough for like 2, maybe 3 coaches at a push.
I like that. I like what you've done there.
That's just like old bits of plastic platform. I think I've cut the. I was going to cut normal ones in half, but I seen like narrower ones, so I just thought I'd just use them instead.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's great.
Makes sense.
Sorry.
And I've left like a lip bit here at the top for like potential scenery and like houses, maybe a bit of road or something. I basically just use like the felt roofing of sheds.
Right.
Basically just use that like road, and it looks good underneath the track as well because it kind of looks a wee bit like ballast.
Yeah. It's nice to see a different kind of modelling for a change.
Sure is.
Instead of seeing John's planes all the time. Quite joking.
Yeah, I need to cut this and neat this up a little bit, get it looking a bit better. But that basically just sits there. That.
Speaking of which, do head over to the Scale Modelling Twins channel where he has posted some new videos.
Oh yes, that's right.
Haven't you, John?
I have. Three of them, I think, in the last week.
Move this to one side.
Well, feel free to promote yourself. Don't just
Well,
be modest.
yeah.
Call me
Oh,
Group
so-
Captain Morris then. You said promote yourself.
Yeah, so one's a look at tornado aircraft and all the extra sort of aftermarket-y sort of stuff I've got for what I've got in mind. The other one's a couple of looks at wooden ship builds and instructions how to put them together and everything else. And they're turning quite popular, really. A couple of thousand views. Just mad.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, and you thought nobody would want to listen to you.
Well, they don't. It's just like, there's no
Jim
comments
says-
or anything. It's just stop holding desist.
Jim says, very good Sonic. To your diorama. Tiff's put
Yes, Jim.
John and Paul's YouTube channel. If you go and check it out. And Jim said, Sonic, will you be adding some advertising posters to the walls?
Yeah, I've actually done that with other parts of my layout before I had to dismantle it and bring it. I've actually created my own. I've created some like funny, it looks like posters, but they're kind of like funny GIFs, memes kind of thing. And I've like created my own little like kind of DJ promotion poster type things as well, that kind of size, using Windows Paint. You just bring up images, create them, shrink them down to size and print them off.
Yeah.
And they're really small, but you can still read them. Decent enough quality, just stick them on the walls like posters and stuff. But I'll need to get back to doing that again. What I might do is try and get, I don't know if I can use like cocktail sticks or something, or wee thin bits of wood to try and put around the edges of them to make it look like the actual poster frames and stuff like that. Or
Yeah. Stuart says, nice build, Sonic. How many hours are you into it?
A lot. I've not done it in a while. So I've not long moved house and I've literally just got my stuff here. But I did have it right round the loft of the attic, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, literally right round the full, a big loop, right round the full edge. I had different areas done at the subway section. I had like a full street section with like a depot, like a little town street with a big main train station, street lights and roads and like model cars and stuff. I even had like the street lights and lights that are rigged up underneath the canopy and inside the train station, all lit up as well. And I've got like a box full of trees as well. So I had like a kind of like a forest kind of area on the go. So I'll need to get back into somehow find somewhere to build that again, get back into doing that. And then once I've done that, it's pretty much be on it most days, I reckon. So I just need to figure out where I'm going to put the track, building all the shelves, diorama, and it's going to be a nightmare, but I'm not very good with like painting and stuff like that, so maybe I can twist Tim's arm into maybe do a wee bit of painting and stuff for me. Yeah, I did actually have the track in a subway. It was part of the big loop that I had, and part of it I made slightly higher than the other. So part of it was actually going via the subway section, and then at the street level and stuff above that. I'm actually contemplating like a two level, maybe one above the subway and one going underneath it. Don't know yet though.
Tiff says he's replacing me with his trains. Bless her.
Irreplaceable.
Isn't that what most scale modelers do?
Unfortunately, trains have no get the ability to make.
Stuart says, put the track in the subway. Yeah. Tiff says, Tim? You mean Tiff? Why? You called you Tim?
Sonic.
Was it me?
Sonic.
No,
He said he's
Tiff.
get Tim. He's going to get Tim to do some painting for him.
No, I'd definitely say Tiff.
Ah.
Maybe it's just the mic. I don't know.
All right.
Who's Mike? God, it's getting confusing.
Him. His
Yeah,
name is Mike.
that bloke. Yeah.
You said Tim, you bugger.
I want the really big hands, apparently.
Hi.
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 Bugger it, no one can
Hi,
join
Modmin.
in, so-
Modders.
Hello.
Modders, modders, modders. Modders, modders, modders.
Well, it's quiet in here today.
That's right. Can't be busy every day.
No.
Imagine-
Where's the photo etch gone?
Imagine Jim's going to like hit the enter button to come onto the show, but then he's walking around the room saying, "No, I'll give someone else a go," and he's pacing around, and he's going, "No," it comes back, and he goes to hit it again, and
Like
he
a
walks
bear
around again.
with a sore head.
Yeah.
Yeah, but someone
It's
said
going to be a Chicago bear, wouldn't it? Dum-dum.
Very good. Oops.
there you go, Mikey.
Excellent. Cool. I like it.
So a train comes in under the subway. I've got buildings and stuff to set up here.
Nice.
That is
Oh,
very cool.
no, come on.
Might be able to put your new train on there if you ever get a motorboat.
Could do. I might just keep that as a model on the shelf though. Sort this camera out now.
Should we have some music on?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I could sing, but you keep telling me I'm not allowed to.
Some YouTube friendly
No,
music.
you're not allowed to sing.
See?
Yeah,
Every
there's a
time
good
I
reason.
every time I get an urge to doobie,
Seem like you can put non-copyright
Well-
music on.
Modders threatens me.
Oh, well, so you're going to stop singing.
Oh,
Could always have Ride of the Valkyrie on it.
oh nuts.
Gary,
Oh,
do you have XF49?
do I have XF49? Oh, standby caller. I do.
What colour
You
is
want
it?
to borrow it? Hey,
I don't know what colour it is.
khaki.
Right, yeah, I've got a khaki. It's fine. I don't use Tamir colours, so I mean, I've got a few, but don't really use them, so I don't know what they are.
I've literally what I've got is all I've got. I'm not replacing the Tamiya's anymore. I'm sticking 100% with real colours.
Oh, the
Yeah.
life color stuff.
Yeah.
Oh no, AK.
AK real colours, yeah.
Yeah.
They're much Oh,
I
yeah.
like my Vallejo.
I can't remember who it was, but somebody was asking about posters.
Yes.
Yeah, Jim.
I've had it sat in the shed, so it's a bit pretty weathered. It looks worse for wear, but I don't know if you can still make out some of them that I created.
Oh wow.
That's actually where is she? That's Nicola Sturgeon, and in that outfit,
Dear.
and underneath it says SNP.
Yeah, just be careful about showing that.
Yeah, it's a political thing, I know.
Yeah.
But it's really faded and weathered. But he's a better one then.
It's not that; it's the outfit as well.
Yeah.
They don't like seeing those outfits on YouTube.
Unless it's a model, of course.
That is really hard to tell what that was, but
Yeah.
might just be able to make out there at the top says DJ Sonic.
Yeah.
Because that was a picture. It was a picture of Sonic the Hedgehog. And it says DJ Sonic.
It's hard to make
new
it
album
because it's
out now.
focused on your face. It's focused, Stu. It's focused on your face.
Is it?
The camera. So everything you're holding up is just blurred with your face.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
it's
not,
not focused.
focused. Do you have auto focus turned off?
I don't know how to do that.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
it's not
but
focusing.
we can't make out anything on that.
I can try and shade it a bit.
Maybe in your camera settings.
I nearly do it again then.
Yeah, I found a few like random funny ones online as well. A bunch of them have come off that I've printed off, but there's one. It's like it's supposed to be like a Lord of the Rings poster. It's a proper movie poster, but underneath it says onion rings. One of the characters just stood holding a giant onion ring, you know. So I thought that was funny, so I printed that off and made a poster out of that as well. Put that up.
Because it is funny.
Excellent. Duke says you need to find a YouTube-friendly song and sing that. Mikey has just put the karaoke tune on at the moment. Yeah, this is the Nintendo Wii intro music.
It could be worse.
Stuart says, "I'm just trying ICM paint." Hey,
I say with the music, it could be worse.
yeah,
It could be that. It could be that
Um,
awful stuff that they blast you when you're stuck on hold with a job centre or something.
Oh yeah.
Stuart says, "I'm just trying ICM paints. What's your opinions of them? I've never used
Never
them. To be
used
honest.
them.
Gary Evans would be the one to speak to about that because he's using them at the minute.
I haven't found them in a store here yet.
Jim says, Jim says, John, saw your video on Tornado. Very nice model, sir. My compliments.
Oh, thank you. I haven't built them. It's funny, the thumbnail for that YouTube video, I didn't want to just have the boxes, but that's a 72nd scale Revel
Okay.
slash Edward kit I built up about a year ago with Steph on his channel.
Yeah. It was a big old kit, though, wasn't it, for 1/72?
Not really. I haven't got it here. The model itself is in a display cabinet in Frontline Hobbies. But
Really?
I do have
That's a pretty cool.
the same kit. Ooh, that one there. It's not overly large.
Yeah. I've never built a Tornado.
I've never built a Sherman. Oh, bloody
Well.
hell.
There's 2 future builds then.
There we go. So yeah, that's the size of the 72nd.
I went to RAF Lossiemouth as a kid.
I don't know. So it's only that long.
Hmm.
But there's a lot in the box. This is the smaller one because I've got, again, all different aftermarket schemes for it and blah blah blah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, when I was in the cadets, we went to
Yes.
RAF Lossiemouth. So we got to go and sit in the tornadoes and look at the simulators and things. That was fun.
Yes. I used to work at the Tri-National Tornado Training Establishment when it was.
We went to visit 617 Squadron.
Ah.
Yeah.
Dare I say it? Damn.
I used to cycle past a certain dog of that squadron's grave every morning on my way to work.
At Scampton.
At Scampton.
Oh, I've got to get all this back in the box
And
now.
whilst we were up there, we also went to Kinloss to do some light aircraft flying.
Kinloss. My
It's quite
first air
cool
cadet
to see
camp
the
was at
Nimrod.
Kinloss. Yeah. First air cadet camp was at Kinloss.
Sorry to hear that.
And I got to do a 9-hour tapestry
We got-
flight over the North Sea in a Nimrod. Which was just an
We got to
eater.
do we got to do a flight in the Sea King there as well, and a Lynx. That was cool. With the Lynx
Oh,
flying
how do I
along
get everything in this
on
box?
its side, the doors open,
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
with great care.
Oh yeah.
Go on, go
All
on.
these extra schemes
Didn't
that I
realise I was off
haven't done.
camera.
God.
Was it an army one or a navy one? The Lynx.
Army, I think.
Oh,
Aerosol. Ball or aerosol?
You sure Julian wasn't hanging out the door?
The Lynx ball or
I don't know,
aerosol?
but
Neither. It's
the,
for my armpits.
The pilot told us that we had to give the co-pilot, is the co-pilot going to be landing? So we had to give him a rating out of 10 on his landing because he was going to do his Apache training. And he said if he can land on skids, he can definitely land on the wheels.
All right.
And we didn't even notice he landed until they told us to get out.
These trucks are riveting.
I ended up going in Sea
so-
Kings a few times over the years. Go on, John.
No, I was just reading back the comments. Couldn't remember who was asking about ICM paints, but I was gonna. If it was Duke, I was gonna say, well,
That'd
where
be
did you
Stuart.
buy them from? But it's not Duke.
It was Stuart.
Yeah. Oh. Doom.
No, that's interesting.
What's that?
That's all right. Disregard. It's just this this little bit of photo etch I've got, which I've got to bend. Hasn't got any. You know, normally on photo etch, if you've got to bend it, it's got the little scored lines.
Yeah.
Hasn't got any.
Yeah.
Hasn't got any. So
Bless you.
Thank you.
are you allergic to cats, Tiff?
No, I'm allergic to bullcrap.
What are you doing here then?
No, she was
Jim
just on my
says,
Probably not cat fur, no.
I don't know if ICM paints are available in the US. I mean, in hobby shops and places like Hobby Lobby. You don't know.
Hobby Lobby.
Don't rightly know.
It probably says Obby, silent H, like herbs.
Stuart says, I've done a rope descent from a chopper, but never built a kit of one. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, I have not. I've been in a helicopter once.
So how come the army gets to go in helicopters more than the RAF do?
Because the
Well,
army,
certainly-
they're cabs for the army, aren't they?
True.
Well, see, in Australia there are no helicopters in the Australian Air Force. Like we gave ours up and gave them all to either Navy or Army.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's because they don't fly. Helicopters are so ugly that even the Earth repels them.
The better looking Marley says, I think that's funny. If you go as far as you can in Kinloss, you're far Kinloss.
It's now an army base, Kinloss.
Mm. Abingdon's an interesting army base.
It used to be a master emergency diversion airfield. And when they got rid of Kinloss and Lynham and places like that, all that became left is Bryce Norton.
Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah. Stuart says attaching a cargo net is fun, especially if you forget to discharge the static before touching the hook on the chopper.
Yeah, that does hurt a bit.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Well, that went rather well.
Jim says, very nice Sonic. What scale? It'd be 126.
Yeah, 00 HO.
That's the gauge. 00 is the gauge, not the scale. You should know that.
Double much money penny.
Ah,
The gauge is the width of the track.
I suppose you could get me to talk, Goldfinger. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
Duke says, in Melbourne, there's near Q, only not far.
And
in Yorkshire, there is a town called Peniston.
Oh, lovely.
Somewhere in England, there's
Right.
also a town called Twat.
Yes, and there's also Cockermouth.
Yep.
the rain forecast
There's
for
pizza.
Victoria today, there's nil in plenty and plenty in nil.
And by us, there's a village called Pantawaco. Or Pantawaco.
We've got two villages close to each other. They're so close to each other they almost merge into one. And the signpost for it, just instead of saying Homer and the other village is called Wigwig, it says Homer Wigwig. Which always sort of made me think, who the hell came up with that name?
Also, street names and stuff in the UK.
Well, that's how Budapest was named. Buda's on one side of the river, Pest is on the
yeah.
other. So the name of Budapest is actually the bridge between them.
And of course, my son's famous favourite road in Dudley is Bell End.
Christ.
We drove past there, I think, Paul.
Yeah, you would have done. You would have done
Port of
when
Gary.
you stayed at Himley.
That's right. Oh, 80%.
Nearly crashed the car when he saw that.
I'm
Even the
assuming
signs are taking the
gun back.
piss. B27. B27 isn't there.
Mind you, they had some tasty beers there, so we got to go back, Paul.
Doombar.
Well, no, we had, I think it was Green's IPA.
Yeah.
There.
Green King.
Yes, anything. Green King? King? Green
Green King.
Green King.
Green King IPA, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be it. It was bloody delicious. Tasted nothing like an Australian IPA.
Well, what can I say?
That's because British beer is proper beer.
Well, yeah, because you put it in the microwave.
It's not kangaroo piss.
on here?
That's very interesting.
What the Australians make their beer out of kangaroo piss?
Yeah.
No,
Not
maybe that's it there. Yes, that's it. The bit I'm looking for. I couldn't find it.
The
I
other
don't
Mr.
believe
Marley's
that.
had a go at me on the phone.
What does this
He said,
say?
coal truck? What the? Oh, and look at that comment in blue if you can.
F-22's in town.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they're-
right.
Just flying in the local area. This is me going to pick up the car today. Just
We had some F-22s at Lakenheath
Hmm.
last week, and they were on their way on deployment to the Middle East, and the roads around Lakenheath were packed with spotters.
yeah.
Because we don't get F-22s over here very often.
No.
There was a lot of hype that maybe they would go through the Mac loop, but they didn't. And I'm not surprised. Because for one, they wouldn't have been
There's-
cleared.
Was a place. Yes. Stuart said there was a place in Germany called Wankum. This myself
Yeah.
first time drove past the road sign.
Yeah. Yes.
America's got a
Paul,
good few funny places.
Yeah, but some of the Australian outback names are really weird, aren't they?
That's
There's
because
some
they're
real funny
Aboriginal.
ones out there. No. I don't mean the Aboriginal.
No, just I don't
places
know.
like-
Will you be backtracking?
No. I meant things like. I can't think
I'd have
of
to
any
look them up,
names.
but no, I mean every
Um,
country's got
Dingo's
stupid-
Gully and
Yeah.
Hey, Jim.
Good morning, Tiffany. Good
Hey.
morning, Simon.
hey Jim.
Again.
Good morning to
Hey.
you all. Hey, I
Hey,
held
Mike.
out for the first half, and now the second half. We've had our bananas and oranges at the half, and now we're back out on the field.
Yeah, they
And
had
what's
their
this
chance.
bloody
didn't they?
American doing out there?
They had their chance, didn't they, Jim?
Well, you can't keep a good man down.
No.
Well, good morning to everyone. Hope you all had a nice weekend.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Very restful at this end.
Excellent. Same here.
Welcome to the 60s.
Yeah, I'm here, whether I like it or not. Nope. Bless
Is it
you.
like-
The good thing is, Jim, you cycled into the 60s.
Yes, yeah,
Not
yeah.
like the rest of
Bless
us
you.
who fell into the 60s.
Yeah, well, it's one of the few things I can still do without too much pain and too much residual pain. And as long as the good Lord's going to allow me to use my, self to do things like that and build models, I'm going to take advantage of the time because, I know some friends of mine who are going through some problems. And I think of my dear old dad. He had all kinds of shaky hand issues in his later years of his life, and he couldn't even read a book.
Yeah.
He needed assistance doing that. So it was very,
Yeah.
very difficult for him. And, so as long as I have everything, building models and riding bikes is okay with me.
Cool.
Sure.
Stuart says. Paul said 8%. Stuart said Fanny Hands Lane on way to Skeggy is another one.
Fanny Hands Lane.
Stuart says, hi, Jim.
Hello, Stuart.
Duke says, I hope you're not having a go at Dunny Do, Gary.
Dunny do. No, I've never heard that one.
I have to Google it.
And Duke says, good to see you survived the weekend, Jim.
Thank you, Duke. Yes, I did.
2 minutes.
It wasn't just the riding; it was the pizza too. I had pizza Saturday night and last night too.
Yeah, but you had proper pizza because
You made sure you burned off the calories then.
Yeah, well, I'm hitting the road again today. I didn't ride yesterday. The knee definitely needs some time off. I can't do that too often until I get that whole thing taken care of, which is knee replacement at this point. So hit a couple of snags as far as that goes. boring story. I'm not gonna bend your ear about it here, but it might be delayed a bit. I was hoping to get it done soon.
I'm just going to replenish my drink. I'll be back in a second.
I've just Googled funny Australian place names, so I'll just read out the list. There's 20 of them. Come by Chance, Foul Bay, Bong Bong, Rudy Hill, Useless Loop, Cockburn, Coffin Bay, Iron Knob, Mount Buggery, Nowhere Else, Delicate Nobby, Dismal Swamp, Eggs and Bacon Bay, Humpy Bong, Stinky Creek, Titty Bong, Wongle Pong, Woody Head, Banana, Bastard Point, Burrum Buttock, Chinaman's Knob, Diaper, and Never Tire.
Man, you put them together in a certain order, you can make a song out of that.
Yeah, and there's of course there's Mount Disappointment that was named after one of the governor's wives.
Oh, Christ!
I like the Bacon and Eggs Bay one. That's
delicious.
Some entrepreneur should open up a restaurant there with bacon and eggs right there. You know, that's what I make. That's what I serve.
Yeah.
Woody Head, I like that one too. That sounds like one of those double entendre names you could have in a movie or a play or something like that.
Yeah.
Gary, can I ask you a question, sir? Oh, he's gone. That's
He's
right.
gone to fill up his drink.
He's replenishing his drink. See, you turn 60, you don't remember things.
Well, there's another list I found. Oh my god. Okay, so that's just Tasmania. That's all the funny place names around it. So,
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, the Grunter, Crack Knob, Dingo Flats, Thrush Forest, the Never Never, Dunny's Dam, the Butt of Liberty, Mossy Nipple Bend, Snag Pond, Opposite Bottom, the Dungeon, Buggery Bumps, Platypus Point.
Platypus Point?
Buggery bumps.
That's cool.
I think Mossy Nipples was probably what.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
think that poor woman must not have much action. Her nipples are mossy.
Bottom Fanny, Shaghead, Wet Bay, the Nipples,
Shaghead!
Bust Me Gut Hill, Little Dismal, Hellfire Bluff, Lovely Bottom, Crocodile Rock. Awesome.
I think Stinky Creek in Australia was the one I was thinking of.
Waternobby, Prominent Knob, Mossy Nipple Bend,
Yeah.
Boobs Flat,
No.
Bumbunger, Nowhere Else, Foul Bay, Fanny Bay, which is literally just up the road from me here. Useless Loop, Prickly Bottom, yeah. End of the World, Bogan Place, oh, that's my favourite. Yeah.
Wow. I gotta say, the
Bumcore
Australians
Flat,
and the
Spanker Knob,
Tasmanians have
Bullshit
quite a
Hill.
sense of humor.
Stinkhole, Cockwash Creek, Pisspot Creek. Yeah, it's awesome. Well,
Why
enjoy,
did I
I'll
get the
live anywhere
feeling you're
else.
trying to just make these up now?
No, I've been to some of them.
I just imagine saying to Marion, we're going to emigrate to Australia. We're moving to a place called Pisspot Creek.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
Yeah. That's not hard to remember.
They must have
Certainly
been
not
on
Queenstown,
something. One of
USA.
those things.
They must have what, sorry?
They must have been on something when they were naming them.
Duke says there's Freeman's Knob by Victoria Harbour.
Yeah.
Freeman's Knob. Stuart says, love how Aussies name places.
With reckless abandon.
And Tim says, in Canberra we had the Canberra Outlet Centre, or
The
Cock, on Iron Knob Street.
Right. You cannot make this up, can you?
No,
But we've got places like fucking.
no, you
Fat
can't.
Road.
Fact is stranger than fiction.
I know there's a lot of places in America that's get funny names. There's a place called Climax.
Climax.
Yeah, I think it's that in Arizona or some place like that.
Might be. They've also got Surprise
We'll
Arizona
explain.
too.
We'll explain to you what that is later. Jeff.
No,
We'll
Gary's
explain
never
to you what
been there.
Climax is later.
Yeah, they've got like I said,
right.
there's a town. I don't know if this was some kind of cynical kind of humor, but they named it Surprise, Arizona. That's kind of like a it's a slow reference joke. To me anyway, to Pearl Harbor, Arizona. The battleship sunk at Pearl Harbor. Surprise attack.
Oh,
I don't
right.
know. Maybe drawing too much out of that.
Maybe.
That's all good.
Right, I've got through these bloody guns now.
Gary, can I ask you a question about your the model you're building?
Yes, sir. Yes.
It's the Hobby Boss kit. How did you find building the suspension and the chassis? Was that kind of a lot of fiddly parts, or did it go together pretty well?
A lot of fiddly parts. But yeah, it was all right. It was okay. It was when I saw how many parts there were to it, I thought, oh gosh, this is going to be a nightmare. But it wasn't as bad as I thought.
Okay.
In
I'm
fact,
curious.
The whole build has been actually quite enjoyable.
All right. Well, thanks. The reason I ask is because I like those vehicles, and
Yeah.
outside of the Tamiya kits, I know that I think there's Gecko makes a couple, but I don't want to build a Gecko model. It probably doubles that in the number of parts what you've got
Yeah.
right there. And the Hobby Boss kit's got a lot of good interior detail, and that's what I like about it, because I have the 223 Scout car. That is the old 1974 or 73 Tamiya kit, and that's absolutely barren on the inside, which is not a surprise. That's just how modeling was back then. But the Hobby Boss kits are an alternative, because I do like to open those things up and have the interior showing. So
Yeah.
okay, well, great, thank you. Yeah.
No problem, sir.
And what color scheme are you going with that?
I'm going with field grey. Is it field grey?
Paul says, Bugger Telford, we're now going to Mossy Nipple.
I'm a pain.
Paul says, Bugger Telford, we're now going to Mossy Nipple, John.
Well, yeah, but you've met my wife.
Yeah. The color callouts for this
She's got
give
Mossy
you,
No, no, I can't say that.
give you two options, Jim. You can either do it. Here we go. You can either do it in dark yellow for Libya, May 1941, or you can do it in field grey.
Field gray, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Not Panzer gray, field gray.
No, field grey, it says. But when I've done the field grey, it's very green.
Yes.
And that looks more blue on there.
Yeah. Are you using the Tamiya field gray?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, that has more of a greenish shade toward it. It shades more toward green.
It's because
It's funny that field gray varies from manufacturer to manufacturer. I mean, about his paints.
Yeah.
So the grey I use for German infantry, he says, as a tank expert, I'll go and get it because it'll surprise you. Just give me a moment.
Steve's in. He says, hello, everyone.
Hey, Steve.
Morning, Steve. Glad you can make it, mate. I got to hand it to those Germans too. They really know how to offer the color options. Gray or yellow? What'll it be?
Yeah.
Where are we? See if we can find it. It's actually engine grey, Vallejo Air. If I can find it. Come on, you engine, you. Dark ghost grey, white grey. 50 Shades.
Yeah, there are indeed.
Is that a Pensioners lingerie catalogue? 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah. Dark grey, bloody. Engine grey. So this one, 71 048, and I find it comes out more like the colour you would expect a German sort of vehicle to be.
Hmm.
So
Right. Oh, very nice. I like that. That's to me
Yeah,
a
that's
kit.
nice.
yeah. So what fell out? Oh, a gun. Of course, a gun fell out.
Lots of
Careless.
fiddly parts on trucks.
God,
John.
get in there. Hello. Yes.
John,
Yes.
Steve's in the chat. Show me your latest acquisition.
Um.
Look what he's got, Steve.
Do.
Ah, the coal lorry. Very good.
Well, Tim might like this one. One of the options is a
He's gonna have fun with that one.
Evans and Sons, Henry Evans, but
Red truck. Oh, nice.
yeah, it's basically the London General Omnibus Company. It's their double-decker bus just with a tray on the back.
Yeah. Jim says, Steve, glad you're here. And Steve says, oh, laugh out loud. You're welcome to it.
Steve, guess what I got on Saturday?
Syphilis.
Herpes.
Crabs.
ICM. Model T ambulance. I know how much you love ICM, Steve.
Steve says, sadly, my tiger work has crawled to a stop. Got toothache and it's too painful to concentrate on things right now.
Ooh,
Sounds nasty.
Yeah, my
it's
sympathy.
very distracting.
Yeah, I know how he feels. I'm going through some dental issues myself. I mean, I'm getting them taken care of, but it's taken a long time to get done.
At least you're able to get to a dentist.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. But anyway, my sympathy, Steve. Get well
We
soon.
don't have many.
No.
What about Lenning of the BDA? Where's he?
Sorry. What was that? Harry Snapper organs?
Yeah. If anybody who knows Monty Python, they'll know what that means.
Yeah. of Q Division.
Yes, right. Yeah, Harry Snapper organs of Q Division. Yeah.
D10, D4.
I went in disguise, dressed as Toad of Toadwall. Yeah.
Yes, right. Yeah, that what was that? That's where he played Man of La Mancha.
Yeah, that's the one. It's bloody brilliant. That whole skit, which the Piranha Brothers, I think it's my favourite Monty Python.
Yeah, I sometimes ponder that. I'm thinking, well, what's my favorite sketch? Well, it's either the Cheese Shop or S Frog Conquistador Instant Coffee, or where they're filming Scott of the Antarctic in Painted.
That's right. That's some funny stuff, hey?
We'll paint the sand white. We'll do Scott of the Antarctic.
God, blimey.
But this is abuse.
I like the argument sketch.
Yes, that's a good one.
I'm not
yes,
an anorak.
Very
I
good.
promise.
Yes. I'm not an anorak. Can someone help me with that one?
Yeah, it's a term we have here in the UK with someone who's like a proper nerd geek when it comes to like, trains.
Oh, okay.
It's a slang term for a train spotter, basically. Anorak.
Okay.
With my anorak in my notebook and my pencil and my pom-pom hat, and I'm good
Because
to
they used
go.
to because they used to wear like trench coat type things, raincoat.
Now that would be weird.
What? Rain in Britain? Yeah.
No. An odd man talking about trains wearing a trench coat.
It's quite a common sight in the UK.
I would wonder what he's wearing underneath there, but I wouldn't want to find out.
No.
Yeah, there's a reason why they used to be called flasher max.
Ay, ay, ay.
The flasher max.
Probably just one of the big, massive, like king size vests, utility vests underneath it. Spare bits of paper, notepads, pencils, spare batteries for the camera, and all that kind of stuff.
Pencil sharpness in case it's
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah. Got to be prepared for every contingency.
Big book full of all the train numbers that you cross out when you've seen it.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen a bunch of them hanging about the Central Station up in Glasgow and stuff like that. Oh, I can't
Did they do
remember
an
what
episode of Still Game there.
in Glasgow. I think that's pretty much where it was filmed. I think.
Yeah,
I know
In the
Tune the
sta-
Fat was filmed
they
there.
did an episode where they're sat in the train station all day.
Oh, I can't remember.
Wouldn't surprise me because that was funny.
I was going to say, I don't know if you've
There's
seen
rumors
the
that
footage.
They've said they're going to do a feature. They said they're going to do a feature-length film of it now, aren't they?
That'll be good to watch.
Which I think would be good.
I was going to say, has anybody seen the footage? Like, there's a guy that stood there with a camera and he's trying to capture on the opposite line, like a steam train passing through, and he's that close to the track that a train comes speeding for the opposite direction and just misses him like that much because he's too busy stood there with a camera. Like, he sees the train wasn't it by him, and he's like, oof.
Did he not pay attention to the classic sign that they put up? Danger! If you stand too close to the edge of this platform, you'll be sucked off.
Oh God!
That's probably why.
If that's the case, he'd have stood there intentionally. Then got the wrong idea.
Sorry.
Oh, trust you, Tiff. Trust you.
Why doesn't
grow
that
up,
surprise
kid.
me?
Yeah,
I mean, cripes. We're all grown-ups here.
child.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jeez.
we're all grown up playing with models, you know, but it's all adult here.
He says, yeah, so it's bent over a little bit to
Uh,
plastic.
Marley says, night, night.
Nighty night.
That was the better looking
Yeah.
Marley.
good night, Paul.
Yeah.
Night, Paul. Night, Jim Bob.
Try not to have any nightmares about being sucked off by a train.
Oh,
It's a genuine
I
sign.
Yeah.
It's a genuine sign.
Oh,
And do you know
cripes.
who did the
So-
railway safety leaflets for the kids? Little books for the kids about railway safety. Roald Dahl.
Okay.
Oh,
Pardon me. What did you say, Mike? I didn't hear that.
Roald Dahl.
Yeah.
He
I
did
think I've seen
the
Come back.
booklets
Yeah.
for. Yeah, he did
I
the
think I used to
booklets
have
for
one.
railway safety for free, so that to make sure every kid in the UK got one.
Every adult should get one too.
So, just for S's and G's, do you want a couple more funny place names in Tasmania?
go on then.
2 secs. Steve says, Jim, have you started on the Tomcat yet?
No, I haven't, Steve, but if you give me a minute, I'll show you what I have been working on. I'll be right back. Carry on, John.
Mm-hmm. Well, what have we got?
Go on, John.
Boobs Flat, TTG Creek,
I can hear Jim from
Yeah,
there.
that laugh of you, man.
Penguin, Cooey, Misery Knob, Nowhere Else, Dangerous Hole, Cummings Head, Ranger, Big Gulch, The Paps, Nutbush Creek, Bottom Fancy, Granny's Gut, Horrible Hollow Gully, Grassy Bottom, Guy's Dirty Hole, Pisspot Creek, Bottom Hole, Secret Hole, Breasted Sugarloaf, Wet Bay, Little Dismal, Hellfire Bluff, Lovely Bottom, Big Hippo, Isle of the Dead, Sleeping Beauty, Bottom Lagoon, Shallow Bottom Point, Eggs and Bacon Bay we've had. Ooze Lake, Big Trumpeter, Roundhead Mountain, Goon Moor, Platypus Point, Tunga's Point, Buggery Bumps, Humongous Hole, The Dungeon, Awesome Wells, Deep Thought, Long Bottom, Broad Bottom, Officers Bottom, Shag Point, and Butt of Liberty.
Oh, dear
That makes you
God.
want to visit Tasmania, doesn't it?
Seems like the in place to be.
My favorite is Boobs Flat.
Yeah, we heard the
You want
laugh.
some Welsh ones?
Why not?
Blaen your festiniog.
Do you want to hear some Welsh ones?
Of course.
No.
Aberystwyth.
Plump.
Hmm.
We got Plump, Munt, Shut, Penzawan, Penzawan, Betus, Bledus, Pantawaco, which is the one by me, Splot, Silly, Llanllwni, Cwnwc Coch, Llandewi Brefi, Pantsod, As Fawr, A Wig, Brumbo, Horeb, Brumbugger, Adver, Three Cocks, Lord Hereford's Knob.
Well,
I'm sure Lord Hereford is pleased about that.
he loves it.
I can't believe there's a place called Three Cocks.
Well, the cock crowed 3 times, right?
See, we've got places like Finger and Hawk, Sandy Walls, Broken Wind, Crapstone. We've actually got a place called Twat.
Twat.
Mm. Sounds
I'm
like a
tempted
lovely
to
place.
get. I'm tempted to get a picture stood next to it. It's a directional sign. It says "twat" with a big arrow pointing in the direction, and just stand right next to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I now have a new ambition in life.
We've got a place called Shitterton.
We've got a place called Cum as well.
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
CWM.
Oh, there's a place up here on the borders. It's called Crumstain, and the amount of times we've passed that sign, and someone's got some white correction fluid, a Tipex or something,
geez.
and deliberately blanked out, painted over the letter R. So Crumstain.
Oh, schoolboy humour.
My favourite. My
Jump the
favourite.
goalpost.
Funny.
We have a place here called Netherwallop.
Netherwallop.
Sounds
Netherwallop.
painful.
Yeah, I got to admit, when I'm watching or reading some of the towns in Kent during the Battle of Britain, like Middle Wallop, and while they weren't sexually suggestive, they just sounded so different from what I'm used to reading as a young American lad that they were funny just in the fact that they sounded different. That's all.
Snodland in Kent. That's another one.
What's the capital of Thailand?
That's an old joke. Yeah, I heard that when I was like 5 years old.
First time I heard that was watching American Pie with Stifler.
Okay, yes. Yes. Well, that's I don't know if that's a rite of passage for young people, but yeah, that's one of them silly jokes that you hear when you're young.
Mm.
You never forget it because what happens.
It's funny, we can talk about this, but can't talk about other subjects.
Well, those are the rules. It's their playground.
Oh, yeah. Look at me, I'm being a good boy. I didn't even mention what that other subject was.
Very
What was
good.
that other subject again?
He's got
Internet
a nasty
speed.
little rebellious streak in him, as our John.
Oh,
He'll be saying Jehovah next. All I said was.
all I said was.
Yeah, right. No one throws a rock until I blow this whistle.
Are there any women here? No.
It's like a joke me and Chalky have referred to the Jehovah's lot as Jehovah's bystanders, bystanders because they witnessed F all.
Oh, that's got some cynicism to it, but I like it. It's crisp and sharp. I like it. Okay, can I get a little time?
Of course you can, sir.
Show Steve what I've been working on. He asked about the Tomcat. No, it's still sitting there waiting to be done. It's calling my name, but I'm not
Can you
listening.
put Jim on big screen?
Yes. Hang on.
Thank you, Modman. Be just a moment. But I have done this. I don't know if you can see it, but I've added the crew figures to the Achilles. And
That's nice.
I got to tell you, it really brought this thing to life once I did that. I really believe in figures around a military vehicle. Just part of my upbringing through great modelers like Francois Verlinden and Shepard Payne. They both added figures to their models, and it does add a dimension to it that's not there until you put them in, and then you see how different it looks. So they're installed, and I got a little bit more extra equipment I've been putting on here, and I had to fabricate the radio mast from brass tubing and some that broke the original. So it's just not in a good spot. Anyway, this thing's almost done. I found a way to install Hessian tape over the weekend. I saw a picture in a book. This guy used thin strips of paper, so I'm going to try that too.
All right.
And anyway, also working on the Tiger One. The track links are done. Frual model, of course. This is one side, almost there. This is 70 links. I think it's somewhere between 70 and 80 per side. So now I can get back to working on the vehicle. And then I tried this. This is a different product, but it's called burnishing fluid.
All right, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, here in the States, a lot of through OSHA, there have been a lot of regulations installed per EPA for products like this stuff, which is meant to age and stain things like wood and track for model railroaders primarily, but we got into it in the modeling community. And this is one example of how it looks afterwards. There's the track link. There's a set of the track link that I just put in there yesterday. You put it in for about 20 minutes, not 20 minutes, I should say, 30 seconds, 20 minutes. And you let it kind of soak in, and it doesn't cover everything, but you can use that as a base for your painting after that. So it's really nice. This is how it looks normally, and this is how it looks with the burnishing on there.
Oh, wow.
It's really nice. I like the effect it gives. But the product is something you really have to use caution with. Okay, you can go back to regular screen, Modman. Thank you.
That's good. I might look at that for some ship stuff like guns and stuff.
Yes, it has multiple uses, and I'm guessing the reason it's available in the States is that they must have changed the chemical composition to satisfy EPA laws.
Who knows? Steve says, wow, that's so cool. The figures really bring it to life.
Yes, it does, Steve. I agree. You're right. It totally changed when I put the figures on there. I couldn't believe it.
Well done, Harry Snapper Organs.
Figures up. Figures up. Carry on.
I need to do some investigative work here.
So I've gone cheap bastard this week, Jim.
I'm sorry, John. What'd you say? Oh, look at
cheap
that.
bastard. These are pretend Tim Tams from Aldi or Aldi here. So these are made in the Netherlands.
Really?
Yeah. So, but they taste like Tim Tams. Let's face it. And I had one before for the first time because I thought I'd get them to try them out. And you can't complain. Like, they're not Tim Tams, but if you complain about any chocolate biscuit, you know, your life's a misery. But yeah, these are nice, and they're only at the moment they're 50 cents cheaper than the other ones because the other Tim Tams are on special at the moment at Woolies.
Okay.
But these are less than half price of the Tim Tam.
Can you do a Tim Tam slam with it?
Well, I haven't tried it with red wine.
That's got to be a little different experience, yeah.
Funnily enough,
Why am I surprised?
No, that looks great, John.
go on, John, dare you.
Those are fine with me. As long as they go with coffee, I'm good with it.
John, I dare you
Nah.
to do a Tim Tam Slam with your wine.
I don't want to. I said before in the show, I hate soggy biscuit.
Yeah, I understand. Those things do melt quickly, too.
On this show, it's like
You
we're all
shouldn't melt
becoming
in wine,
regular.
it's not hot.
I know. So
Yeah,
where
hobnobs
we?
are my next thing. I want to see if I can find those on the shelves here in America. I was surprised to see Tim Tams available, but I found out that they are, so I picked up a container of them. But I would like to try
A
hobnobs.
container? You mean a shipping container?
If I had my way, I might, but gotta
Tim Tams are
resist that
slowly
temptation.
taking over the world.
Pardon me, Gary?
Tim Tams are slowly taking over the world. Up until Telford last year, I never heard of them. And as far as I know, you couldn't get them in the UK, but now they sell them in Tesco's.
Okay.
Oh, is that like saying in chit
They
tons?
do indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I said, I don't have any shares in Arnott's, but they're bloody good.
I bet they are.
Oh, crikey. Let's do a bit of that.
Where's D41 gone? There it is. There it is, dear. What are
What?
we doing for time?
20 minutes to go.
20 minutes to go. Morris is
indeed.
just gone past with the iron, so oh no.
Time flies when you're doing
Bugger all.
modelling with friends.
It does.
Oh, I meant to ask Mikey, what are you working on?
I'm doing the weapons for the Universal Carol.
Ah, okay.
Pretty much done them now. Just putting some matte varnish on it.
I've just stabbed my thumb.
Sounded like you
Well, that
stabbed your
was
groin.
stupid.
I need that feeling pain.
Do we need a medic?
Normally, it's no, it's all right. It's normally Mr. Marley that
Stabs
Yours-
himself.
draws blood on a
Spills the
lark.
claret. Yeah,
Ooh.
I've changed. PE2. That one.
You've grown up so much.
You know I haven't.
Kerry's in. She says, "Hello, people."
Hello.
Hello, Kerry.
Ah, daughter.
Hi, Kerry.
Carrie Ann has had a very, very, very busy weekend, and she's come out of it with adulation from a lot of people. She organised and run the church that she goes to Fun Day on Saturday. And
A Sunday on Saturday.
yeah, they had a
Well,
fun day on
that's right.
Saturday, so she organised the whole thing: stalls, games, people attending. There was cheerleaders attending, DJs, all sorts of things, and they said it was the best one they'd ever had. So she's now happy to do the Christmas one. And then yesterday she was singing in the worship team at the church. And then today she went to a meeting for the TOTS club that she's starting for the church in September. And on top of that, she was helping out in the community shop this morning. So she's been a busy little bunny.
Where was my invite?
Well, good for you, Kerry. Community
Yeah.
service is always a wonderful thing. So
Well
hear it.
played.
So yeah, quite proud of her at the moment. She's doing well.
Oh, just at the moment though, hey?
Yeah, until she tells her mum I've been on AliExpress or something, and then I won't be proud of it anymore. I'm not on AliExpress. Christ.
Here's Marion. He's just ordered a 135th Tamiya tank.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, as it was a
Oh,
Tiger
no.
1.
Well, no, it's not, because I've got a Tiger one here.
See? He's ordered a second one. He didn't need to order that one.
And it's put
He's
me off
wasting your money.
building Tigers. No, my next purchase, my next model purchase will be a 1/144th scale Victor.
So I saw one at our local sort of brick and mortar, for want of a better word, but I didn't want to tell you about it because it's a 1/90 scale. It's a thing I've never heard of. It looks like it's from the 60s, so it'd be, you know, you could do better, I think. And yeah, you've got Hannets in your country, so yeah, do that.
We've also got Jadlams and things like that.
Ooh.
May I ask a question? Where is Glastonbury?
Somerset, so southwest.
Okay.
Southwest UK, south of Bristol.
It depends where you are in the UK, because for me it's southeast.
But it's known as the southwest.
Yeah, Faulty Towers country.
It'll be northeast for you, northwest for me. So if you look at London, it's southwest of there.
Because as we know, London is the centre of the known universe.
Oh, it's a brilliant city. I love it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I could never live in a city like that because it never bloody stops. And it's continuous.
I don't even like Liverpool.
Manic. Everything's manic, and no, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Well,
I found it too overwhelming. Too much noise.
Well, I always tell the story when I started working after I'd come out of the Air Force, when I started working for the Builders Merchants Federation as an MVQ assessor, doing apprenticeships, I had to go down to for the interview, and their headquarters was in Soho Square, which, you know, there's a lot of big names down there. Paul McCartney's got an office down there. Tiger Aspect had got an office down there. Warner Brothers had got buildings down there. And I got out went down on the train, got out the tube station at Tottenham Court Road, and I kid you not, it was like Forrest Gump had gone to the big city, because I came out the tube station and there's people literally going, and I'm just stood there going, where do I go now? And every time I had to go down there for meetings and all that, it was
I went to Liverpool the other day,
busy.
When I went to Liverpool the other day, I found it almost impossible to hold a conversation because I just couldn't hear anything over all the noise.
Mm.
It was just like white noise because
couldn't
of
what,
music
Mikey?
blasting out from the shops, all sorts.
Your sound dropped out there for a moment.
He's
Doesn't
got
surprise
a
me.
delay.
I think he's got a delay.
Yeah, nearly done now anyway.
He's battled through quite well.
Okay.
Steve says, my paint pens still have not arrived. They are dispatched early last week, but the Royal Mail have lost it seems. Their tracking
That's
page is
good.
utterly useless.
Sorry
Yeah,
to hear that,
Wow.
Steve. Hope it turns up.
hope it turns up soon, mate.
Thoughts and
Yeah.
prayers.
I don't know whether you were here earlier, Steve, when I mentioned that Flory
Gary was
Models
planning his funeral.
did a live stream on Saturday, and one of the guys on the Flory Models team was doing a live review of those pens, and it's quite an impressive review. He was quite pleased with them. So
Yeah,
I hope they
I saw
turn up
that,
soon.
Gary. I tuned into that. Yeah.
Matt was doing it, so I hope they do turn up soon for you, mate.
They are very handy.
They were saying that they hope they expand the range.
Yeah, if they don't turn up by the end of this week, get a hold of the company you bought them from. They should be able to find out about tracking and stuff for you.
Yeah. Either that or they've left them somewhere daft. He also says, have any of you got experience with 3D printers? We've just got one.
I've recently just acquired one, and they're not as hard as they look. I've had some reasonably nice prints off of them so far. Boba Fett was one of them, which is not finished yet, so excuse the colours. But I printed that off. I printed these off for one of my granddaughters, a little goblin chappie riding a wolf. And I've also printed off some scenery. There's a bit of a smell, but there's not much of a noise. So yeah, they're all right. Just remember to always level the bed.
Even if it's auto level. Always
Yeah,
check it.
yeah. Always do the. They tell you to put a bit of paper between the screen and the bed, and then it comes down. And when you level it, always press the Z equals 0 button, because that tells the machine where it is. But yeah, I've had very few failures. Any failures I've had have been
Human.
Yeah, human error, basically, not me trying to not trying to beat the system, and you don't beat the system. I don't know what machine you've got, mate, but the software that came with mine's an Anycubic. It's very easy to use.
Is that Benji I hear in the background?
Yeah, it's Benji. It's
Has a Kerry invaded his airspace?
no. Someone would have had the bare outrageousness to walk past our front garden, I think.
The temerity of that.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Marion is now telling him to stop it, at which point he barked back at her. Hey?
Right.
It's a taxi pulled up outside.
Oh,
It'll be for the girl next door.
Right,
it's
you
me
are
rocking
all
up.
off.
Surprise.
We've got 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I think this is the
Ready.
quietest I've ever heard someone.
He's playing
So,
with his dreams.
do you want to show us what you've been doing?
Oh, because, yeah, we've got 10 minutes left.
Yeah. I'm happy to show if people want to see.
Go on then, Gary. You go first.
Right, well, I have been working on the wheel arches for the Lieutenant Gruber's little tank. And believe you me, that wasn't a case of just sticking that part on there. I had to build this part up fully. Also, there's quite a bit of photo etch on there and on this one. And this is part of the machine gun fittings. I've just been working on that. Yeah, that's about it. And I also sprayed the actual gun, and this is supposedly the field grey colour. As you can see, it's very green. But,
Yeah, field grey was.
It's just that the picture
Use the
in
uniform.
it's just that the picture I was working from is more blue, I thought.
I don't know, but field grey was the colour they used for the uniforms. That's why it's called field grey, because it had green in it.
But anyway, with a bit of weather in it, it's going to look fine. Looks like a Delta Force off-road vehicle at the moment, but
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
yeah. So that's what I've been doing.
So, Up next, we'll go to Modmin.
Yeah.
When she wakes up. What have you been up to?
Kind of headless right now.
Ooh.
Lighting's very good either. So he is one of the Lord Commanders of the army that I'm in the middle of building.
Cool.
Very nice.
And I'm in the middle of doing his base.
Cool. There you go. Jim. Steve said, "I know I'm a nosy old git, but what is Tiffany working on?" Now we have.
Well, now you know, Steve.
We know. Yes, we have found out.
John.
Hello.
Going to go to Sonic.
So,
Wasn't me.
What have you been doing, Sonic?
I say just like still moving stuff into my new house. Finally got all this kind of stuff, so I like to try and somehow eventually get the wood and all that together and start building my layout and putting the track and sorting all that stuff and start working on my models and stuff again regarding this.
Cool.
Cool. I like your little
John.
network rail vans.
I'm looking forward to it.
We will actually go to you this time.
So what I've been doing is trying my darndest to cover up all the interior detail. So this being a Bergpanzer doesn't have a turret per se, it's just got a couple of wooden panels that go over the hole for the turret. Anyway, and then you got the forward, this is a driver's hatch, right? Douche. So he'll, I don't know whether, I'm in two minds about whether to have this one open or not. Because the fact is you're not going to see much anyway. I reckon I'll probably, I don't know, I'll work it out, I'll decide sometime in the next couple of days. And then you can see there I've just been piecing together the individual track links. I've got just 4 sprues out of 12 left to go, but I'm just going to be, it's short links, so I can sort of then string them between the runners and all that sort of stuff like that. Just getting all that together. Apart from that, one of the prop blades broke off. That's now glued back on. And the Spitfire has been, well, the canopy's glued on, and we've got pillar around the gaps that were rather prominent of the Spit. So that'll be, yeah. And I know it's been like, it's about 3 hours of bench time. It's been great. So I'll paint that. As you can see around the outside, no, you can't. Just the interior green. So I'll paint the frames that are exposed in interior green. So when I go over the top in either primer or paint, it'll be the interior color that you can see through the canopy. And that's coming together. Like the more of that on Thursday. And that's
what colour is the canopy frame? What colour is the canopy frame?
On the inside or on the outside?
On the outside, I don't care about the inside. I'm not
generally
looking
green
at it from the inside.
Yeah. So regardless, so do you know of A and B scheme, Mikey?
No.
Because we can't let people go without an education. So they have an A and a B scheme. So this is an A scheme, and you can see. Well, it's very hard to see. Let me go to the other camera. Right. Tell you what. Give me 10. Not even 10 seconds. I'll just grab something else. So this. Oh, Jesus. Didn't need to do that. I'll grab this one instead because it's bigger. So this is the bloody. Get on with it, you bastards. Yeesh. Right. So this is a B scheme of a Spitfire. Right. So what that is the reverse of an A scheme. So just a case in point, if you see this wing here, see how it's green on the wingtip there, and they've got a little brown patch behind it?
Yeah.
If I go to an A scheme, it's the opposite. So it's green on the wingtip with brown patch on the back there. So A and B scheme are flipped over and colours reversed.
So basically, do the canopy frame whatever color you're doing that goes across the middle of the fuselage.
Okay, so with both schemes, what happens is they have green, the dark green going across the canopy. So that's the A scheme. And the B scheme has dark green going across the canopy in the other direction. So the answer to your question is dark green. It's always going to be dark green.
Cool.
And even later in the war, so these ones here, these are the early ones. These are the Mark 1s. Have it's a forest green and a dark earth color. So later on, they kept the forest green, but they changed the dark earth to an ocean grey. Right, so you'd have green and grey instead of the green and brown. But the green remained the same, so the canopies still remained dark green. Yeah, so all Spitfire canopies, until they do a bubble top later on, were all dark green.
So ours are ocean grey, aren't they? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I got
So,
Sure.
So you get modelling and an education.
Whether you want it or not.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is always. For me, I've been. Where is it? There it is. Painted a little pier.
Bring up the beard.
Yeah, see if it'll focus. There you go. So I painted and varnished that last bit on here.
Nice.
And I've done a little stem gun as well.
Oh.
A bit metallic, but it'll do.
A little bit fiddly.
It was a stem gun. So you've got the magazine on the side.
Wow.
Oh.
I think I just need to put a bit more black on it. Thin dark wash or something. To get rid of some of the shininess out of it. Other than that, it should be alright.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone around the world for not mentioning Australian breakdancing in the Olympics. It's fantastic.
Do the kangaroo hop.
I was gonna say I've seen and heard some Aussie pranks in my time, and they're like something else, man. But that's got to be the best prank of all time. Oh man, name moves are awesome. You should represent us at the Olympics.
Okay then.
Is that your Aussie accent? Do that again, DJ. That's fantastic.
What, the Aussie accent? Oh
Yeah.
mate, that's awesome moves there, mate. You should represent us at the Olympics, mate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Good on you, Gather.
Jesus.
email, mate.
Um,
Mate.
Steve says
Mate.
Piats were quite crap, weren't they?
Ooh,
It depends in what context you mean, because they were crap to reload because they're such a heavy spring, but they're actually very effective.
If you
They're
could get
able to take
close.
out a Tiger tank if you can get close enough. There was actually a guy who won a VC because he took out like 3 Tiger tanks with one in one afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Did he get the
Like the
VC because
space
he
of
was
like
able
an
to
hour.
reload the Piat?
Under fire.
Yeah.
Duke says, great work, guys.
Thank you.
And Steve says, John is going to enter the next Olympics and do better, aren't you, John?
Sure. Why not? Yeah. Well, Australians didn't care about breakdancing before the Olympics, and I think we care less now. Yeah.
Yeah, I say
It's
make
not a
hopscotch an Olympic competition. We're going to do breakdancing.
Oh, I could do that.
Well, scale modelling should be an Olympic. There you
I agree.
I
Right,
love the
so
Olympics.
we're
I thought it was
just
great.
to our mark. We're back on Thursday at 11 o'clock with the Spitfire.
go. Hack to a Spitfire.
The Huck Tour.
Yes. That thing. I've still got a prime one.
Mine's primed.
Gary's looking very trendy and down with the kids with his hoodie and baseball cap.
That's it, yeah.
Please, Gary, put the cap on proper. There you go. Thank you.
Gary's American. It goes on backwards. And then he wears sunglasses on the front.
Yeah.
Sure, that's how I used to wear them when I was a kid. We'd wear them backwards.
Is
The catcher
when
in
you pretend
baseball would
white
wear
men can't jump?
Is it? My son, whenever he got a baseball cap, he had to spend hours doing that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
To get
yeah,
the-
visor.
I think what they call it, the Tiger Woods curve.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah. So there you go.
We'll just call it the bash.
This is my Models for Heroes hat,
Very good. I like that.
which I will be modelling.
Oh, nice. What is it?
This year.
What is that, Mike?
Oh, cool.
The Welsh Dragon.
Come on.
Dragon Boyo.
Yeah, looks great.
It's a Velcro one. Because it came with that. Which was
Is that W?
my old brigade flag.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
And it's also the universal carrier, the person I'm doing it for, in memory of, his division. That was his logo as well, because my old brigade was part of his division during the Second World War.
There you go. What was your unit, Mikey?
The brigade I was in was 160 Wales Brigade.
Okay.
But my battalion was 101 Battalion, and then it went to 101 Force Support Battalion. But yeah,
Same unit logo.
No, it's the brigade. So you had sections, platoons, companies, battalions, brigades, division, and then army.
Each one had their own separate logo. Really?
No, just the brigades.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
The divisions had their own logo as well,
Right. Okay.
but you didn't wear the divisional logo. You wore the brigade logo, the
Ah.
tactical recognition flash, and you wore the regimental one as well. So that was my regimental one.
Oh yeah.
What do the colors represent?
It's the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers. It's just the
Okay.
regimental colours. It's what's on. It's what's on the flag behind me. That one.
So yeah. Is it because no? Surely not. That used to be the three phase colours of AC before the European standard.
I have no
It's
idea.
not. Right.
Bearing in mind, the REME was only formed in 1942. I think 1942. Anyway,
Alright.
So
Anyway.
you're younger than the RAF regiment.
Yeah.
And you're older than the pyramids.
Yeah, Gary.
Very,
that one still
very
works.
well played, Mr. Morris. Very well played.
So yeah, we're back on Thursday with the Spitfire at 11 o'clock. Do join us. It'll
Or not.
just be us three on the top row.
Eh.
Us three on top row. Yeah, we're working on Spitfire, chatting shit as always, and having a laugh hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks for joining us, Sonic.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Sonic. Thanks for coming on, Jim.
Thanks,
Yeah,
everyone.
so
Yeah,
have
that
to
was great,
Wi-Fi.
great to be
Just
part of it.
Yeah, sorry, she's just come back in the back.
Cool.
Right. So see you later, everyone.
Yeah, take
Like
it
and
easy.
subscribe.
Hey, just in time, Tiff. Hooroo.